Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. After the church abuse scandal resurfaces in the news in the past few weeks, Bishop Michael Jarrell now says he will not be releasing the names of the priests who faced what he calls credible accusations.
Back in 2004, the bishop acknowledged a list of 15 such priests, and only one has ever been criminally charged. Now, some at home have asked us why the diocese won't release the names and also why authorities can't step in. Tonight, KATC investigates. In an emailed statement to KATC about that list of 15, a diocese spokesman says the bishop sees no purpose in releasing their names. Not enough, says Abbeville attorney Tony Fontana, who sued the diocese on behalf of priest sex abuse victims.
Just answer the questions. Put out the 15 names. Start showing that you care more about protecting kids than you care about protecting these perverted priests.
What about authorities? Can they step in? We reached out to District Attorney Mike Harson.
A list of 15, are you requesting that list from the diocese?
No, I've not requested it. Again, like I said, until I have a victim with a complaint, I'm not sure what purpose it serves.
Because there's this list of 15 that the church is acknowledging.
That the church determined.
Right.
And their own deal. And they
but
have
shouldn't they be investigated?
Well, they did their investigation.
But from a criminal standpoint, shouldn't they be investigated?
It's just like police. I mean, police, the cop maybe does something wrong. He gets internal affairs, they do an investigation. We may or may not prosecute if the victim doesn't come forward to file a criminal charge against him.
From a legal standpoint, do you need the victim to come forward? There are thousands of pages of depositions. Do you need a victim to come forward, or would that sort of information be evidence enough?
Well, I'd have a hard time believing that most of that would be admissible. But a defendant in court is going to be faced with out-of-state statements taken by other people unassociated with the criminal system. A lot of this would be considered hearsay, and I think would probably be inadmissible. So, yeah, the victim is very important. I mean, that's a critical part of the case.
As for the list of 15, according to the diocese, none of them are still in the church here or elsewhere.
This day, they could be living near schools, they could be living near playgrounds. Do you think it's in the public interest for those 15 names to at least be released?
Well, again, whether that was done or not, the question is they've not been convicted criminally. Your burdens of proof may be different. I mean, I don't know that the church in their investigations are required to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. We are.
And we have found lawsuits settled in the last decade in which the families of alleged victims say the church had an obligation to tell them about known abusive priests.
Is traffic still an issue?